The moment you ask a direct question, people put up a wall. Direct questions trigger resistance. Defensive minds carefully construct lies, but when you master forensic elicitation, people will hand you their secrets willingly, thinking it was their own idea to speak. In this masterclass, discover how intelligence operators extract truth, spot hidden motives, and read subtext without ever raising suspicion. Direct questioning is fundamentally flawed because it alerts the target to your exact intentions. The moment you ask a direct, blunt question, the human mind instinctively erects a psychological defense wall. Ego mechanisms trigger immediately, prompting the other person to calculate what information is safe to disclose, what should be edited, or what requires an outright lie. Interrogation feels hostile and transactional, signaling that you are seeking leverage. True intelligence operations never rely on blunt interrogation, they rely on elicitation, the art of casual conversation designed to extract meaningful data without raising an alarm. When someone does not realize they are being questioned, their natural defensive filters remain offline. They treat the interaction as mere banter rather than an information exchange, allowing their true thoughts, motives, and hidden secrets to slip out effortlessly. By abandoning direct questions, you bypass their psychological armor entirely. Human beings possess an almost irresistible psychological urge to correct others. When someone hears a statement they know to be incorrect, their ego impels them to step in, demonstrate superior knowledge, and set the record straight. The provocative statement weaponizes this exact vulnerability. Instead of asking for information directly, you intentionally state a mild, plausible falsehood related to the truth you seek. For instance, asserting that a project failed due to poor budgeting will compel an insider to passionately correct you, revealing the actual internal conflicts or real numbers involved. In their rush to fix your mistaken assumption, their mental guard drops completely. They are so focused on validating their own intellect that they fail to realize they just handed you exact, unvarnished truth. Manipulating the ego's need for accuracy is one of the most effective stealth tactics in psychological penetration. Threat perception dictates human guardedness. When you project immense authority, sharp intelligence, or intense scrutiny, high status and cautious individuals instantly raise their defenses, measuring every word they say. Naive infiltration neutralizes this reaction by strategically feigning ignorance or harmless innocence. By presenting yourself as slightly uninformed, humble, or eager to learn, you temporarily invert the status dynamic. The other person feels dominant, safe, and intellectually superior. This inflated sense of security causes them to drop their strategic filters, as they no longer perceive you as a threat capable of exploiting their disclosures. In their desire to mentor, explain, or showcase expertise, they freely discuss sensitive details, internal strategies, and critical motives they would otherwise fiercely protect. Appearing harmless is the ultimate cover for gathering high-value intelligence right under the target's nose. People rarely share their true, unedited opinions when held personally accountable for them. Fear of social backlash, conflict, or ruined reputations forces them to project safe, socially acceptable answers. Third-party projection bypasses this self-censorship by removing the target from the center of the equation. Instead of asking how they personally feel about a controversial decision or leader, you frame the topic around an abstract third party, a hypothetical scenario, or a distant colleague. By shifting the focus away from them, you eliminate their fear of personal judgment. Subconsciously, people project their real feelings, hidden biases, and genuine motives onto these external proxies. They will analyze the hypothetical situation using their own internal logic, revealing precisely how they would act without realizing they have exposed themselves. It allows you to peer directly into their mind while keeping the conversation entirely comfortable. While words can be carefully scripted and rehearsed, the human autonomic nervous system remains intensely honest under psychological pressure. Microreaction analysis is the practice of observing involuntary physical leaks that occur when someone attempts to withhold the truth or manage a lie. When a sensitive topic or subtle elicitation statement is introduced, a person's conscious mind focuses on crafting a neutral verbal reply, leaving their body unmonitored. Pay close attention to microexpressions, fleeting facial contractions lasting less than a fraction of a second that betray genuine emotion before a mask of composure takes over. Look for subtle shifts in respiratory rate, sudden changes in blink frequency, micro swallows, or slight vocal tension. Equally telling are spatial adjustments, such as pulling back slightly, crossing arms defensively, or performing self-soothing gestures like touching the neck or adjusting jewelry. When a verbal response claims total indifference, but physical micro-cues signal high stress or sudden interest, trust the physiology. Recognizing these involuntary leaks allows you to identify precise points of tension, enabling you to press deeper into hidden areas with absolute surgical accuracy. The master elicitor operates at the pinnacle of high-status social influence, embodying a presence that is simultaneously engaging, warm, and completely unthreatening. This state is not achieved through dramatic posturing or aggressive interrogation, but through the flawless, invisible integration of psychological penetration techniques into everyday social interactions. To master this level of information dominance, you must treat every conversation as a dual-track operation. On the surface, you present a relaxed, attentive, and socially frictionless persona. Beneath that calm exterior, however, your analytical mind is continually deploying provocative statements, feigning naive curiosity, and observing physical microcues in real time. You never press too hard or celebrate a successful extraction. When valuable intelligence is revealed, you simply absorb it with cool indifference and smoothly transition the conversation, ensuring the target never connects the dots. Over time, this approach transforms you into an information hub within any environment. People will naturally seek you out, open up to you, and confide their deepest strategic insights, convinced that you are simply a great listener who understands them. By mastering the stealth dynamics of elicitation, you cultivate total situational awareness, staying several moves ahead of allies and rivals alike while leaving zero trace of your true investigative intent. You become a shadow operator commanding complete social clarity.